For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. And for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. I'm Dante Ferrigno, and I've been on a carnivore diet now known as the Lion Diet for almost 5 years, and it has truly been amazing. I had some misconceptions about one of the last videos I did, and I haven't done a lot of videos in the past couple of months because I have just been busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. And I've been dealing with an illness that sure looked a lot like COVID and lasted for about 2 months. So what's happening? Did I quit carnivore? Heck no. I'm never gonna quit carnivore. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. As a matter of fact, I've been using carnivore to try to rebuild my gut health because one of the things they did for me is give me a bunch of antibiotics during this illness that apparently I needed the first round of, but not the second round of. And I think antibiotics are what triggered my problem to begin with, so I was really reluctant to take them. And I'm glad I was able to stop halfway through when my doctor said there were no cultures that came back that showed an infection. I hate that they just give them out without knowing ahead of time. I don't understand how you can go a week without finding out the results on something. Last time I was in the Philippines, they showed me right there in the office with a microscope what was wrong with my sample, but we can't do that in the United States apparently. It has to take a week. But anyway, I figured I'd come and tell you some of the things I've been doing to rebuild my immune system and get my gut ready for eating properly again on a regular basis. And I have been eating properly. As a matter of fact, this is what I have been eating almost every day because I make it early in the morning and take it to work with me. You can see there's a big slab of hamburger in there. It's about 1.5 pounds of hamburger. And I'll tell you, it has been a lifesaver having this because I had no taste. I had no sense of smell during this time period, and I'm just starting to get that back, thank God. I actually had a ribeye yesterday for the first time in months, and it was a tiny one, but it was so good. Today, I'm actually making some liver with butter, which is the way I like to make it, and I'm putting it on right now because I got to get going to work here soon. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this live is because I haven't had time to sit and do any editing. So coming to tell you live, I figured that way we can talk a little bit. And I see some of the comments here. I see Papa Carnivore just commented. So hi guys, I'm thankful you're here. But let's see here. Liver, real easy and real delicious. I want to let that butter melt real quick before I throw that on there. I can't tell you how much I love liver, and for carnivores, it's a great way to help rebuild your gut bacteria. Papa Carnivore asked, did you have COVID? Probably, but again, the medical system in this country is so whack that even though I went in with the first few days of feeling this illness, they didn't take any samples, they didn't send me for blood work, and honestly, I wasn't worried about it enough to want to dig any deeper because even if they told me I did have it, I'm not sure if I believe it when they tell me I had it. And if they tell me I didn't have it, I'm not sure I believe that either. Because my wife has never tested positive, although I have, and we had the same illness at the same time, and yet it gave us both different results. So who knows what to expect from that stuff. All I know is I'm starting to feel better now, and it's good. I've been still working throughout. Got my day job. I'm also getting some food prepared for the kids and my wife today because Katie has been sticking with carnivore. She's had her difficulties because she was ill with the same thing I was ill with. But now we're 100% and she's like, yeah, I know I can feel the difference when I'm not eating fully carnivore. I also got an Instapot finally. Everybody's been telling me I gotta have an Instapot. So I'm gonna try it out for the first time today. Put that big old chuck roast in there. And to make sure they got plenty of meat, I'm gonna add some stew meat pieces. This is all from a whole cow that I bought from Big Mo Cattle. So this is grass-fed, grass-finished, great stuff. And I also need to add a little bit of fat because Katie has noticed that she needs to up her fat intake. I've been telling her, you need more fat when you're eating meat, especially because you're a woman, but also because you don't want to get too much protein only. It'll cause you to have a hard time going to the bathroom. Let me grab some of that real quick. I'm just stepping aside here to my freezer for a moment. Got some suet here to add to that meat to make it a little more juicy and have some fat with it for her. But this has been kind of a daily thing for me, just getting the food ready, getting the hamburger ready, usually using my Dreo Chef Maker as usual. Calm down, Bria. Somebody must be here. All right, let's see. Oh, it helps if I turn the stove on. Trying to cook and do a broadcast at the same time. But no, I'm not quitting carnivore. I'm not going anywhere. I still plan to be doing videos. I've just been so busy and so ill lately. It's been hard to do both, or all three things that I got to deal with, and then all the things you got to deal with in daily life too. But it's getting better. It's getting better finally, starting to feel a little less tired from whatever that illness was. Hey Kevin, good morning to you too. For anybody who I didn't respond to, I don't always see the posts. Yeah, I feel that, Papa Carnivore. All right, now that this thing's finally heating up, let's see, I'll put some salt on this. Actually, I'm gonna use some smoke salt for them. They love the Redmond smoke salt. And I did that in pour fashion, so I don't measure it or anything. I know people ask me that. How much salt do you put on? Enough. And if it isn't enough, I'll add a little bit more. One of the things I've noticed too, hello, Johnny from Toronto, is that people really try to overcomplicate this diet by trying to come up with all these recipes and things. If you're one of those people that's like me and you're not into really cooking and making something, keep it simple. Just get the meat, get it hot, and eat it, and it makes all the difference. Are you adding water or other liquid to Instapot? Just the yeah, meat and salt? Yes. I haven't used water when I cook slow cooking since I've been cooking. Like the very first or second time I did, but when you're adding fat like that, it's gonna fill up with that liquid too, so it's been great. Good morning, Granny. Let's see, I better put this in the freezer. Oh, also want to press all the air out of my bag of fat so that it doesn't get any moisture in it. But I'm not going anywhere, y'all. As a matter of fact, I still will be at Hack Your Health next month. It's, I think, around the weekend of the 16th or the 15th or something like that. But I'll have a link in the description for that. I still plan to be at Meat Stock next year. I have a link in the description for that. So if you guys want to be able to talk to me face to face or talk to any of the other people or just be there for all the information that we get from some of the influencers out there, and to have that community that is so much more important than I ever gave it credit for, then hopefully you can meet us either in Tampa for Hack Your Health next month, which is really in about 3 weeks, or at Meat Stock next year. And I don't have the date in my head on that, but again, the link is in the description. So I'm gonna get this liver ready real quick, and you'll see how fast it takes to make something that's great for your gut health and great for your overall recovery. It's loaded with vitamins. I know a lot of people say, oh, I never do organs. I would never do organs, but there is a place for them. I don't do them very often. As a matter of fact, the only liver I ever eat is from when I buy a whole cow, and you know, it typically doesn't last as long as I would like, so I get plenty of liver without eating too much, because you can't overdo it because of all the vitamin B and A or whatever is in here. I don't know, I should probably make the rest, but I'm gonna save this for later just in case I want a little snack when I get home. Never would have thought I would call liver a snack. But it is delicious. I really love it. I'm just gonna add a little salt. And in less than 3 minutes, this should be ready. What did JLH say? term influencer with all my heart. I hate the term. Yeah, I hate it too. I really have gotten to where I hate a lot of things on YouTube because everything has gone toward AI. As soon as I see a AI or hear an AI voice mistake, I instantly go and say, do not recommend channel, because I don't want anything to do with that stuff. I would rather have authenticity than anything else. And that's one of the reasons that I like to do these live events, because you can't get much more authentic than live and in person. So I don't know. Influencer is just the word people use. I'm just a guy that does carnivore and I share about it on YouTube. Good morning, Papa. Okay. So anyway, that's a quick update. I didn't want to make this too long, but I did want to share the liver with you because it is really fantastic. I wonder how many of you like liver out there? Say so in the chat. All right, let's flip these over. Give it another couple minutes or a minute and a half and it should be ready to go. Yeah, that's the key to liver, is not overcooking it. I found that out because you never get that chalky, nasty flavor that liver does when you overcook it. And it doesn't take long. It really doesn't take long. Chopped liver, chicken liver with schmaltz. That is, darn it. Love Jesus too. Hello from Tennessee. I love liver. That's Jackie. Yeah, liver is good stuff. But you can't overdo it. So, don't go crazy on it. But when you're trying to rebuild your gut health, I mean, I've used also full fat, plain Greek yogurt as like a couple of spoons in the morning and a couple of spoons in the evening. That has really helped to calm down the difficulties that I've had there. JLH, $20 donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Man, I didn't expect that at all. I was just coming to talk to folks and share what's going on. I feel like I've been gone forever. But I got to tell you guys, I'm really loving work. I'm working in retail again. Never would have thought I would say I love retail. Let's see, this one says, liver is best on skewers, fast, eaten right off the grill. Sounds good. Thanks, JLH. Dang, lots of folks from all over the world. This is great. I do love that. I'm so thankful you guys are still there because I know I haven't put out a whole lot of videos lately. So I appreciate you hanging in with me while I've been dealing with all this. But I really have enjoyed work because I'm working directly with people. For so many months, I was stuck in my house because I was selling insurance and doing this. And I literally got fatigued from dealing with technology. And then also I was trying to expand into Instagram and do more on Facebook and all the other things that you're supposed to do when you're an influencer. I just got burnt out on all that stuff. I think social media in general is probably bad for us in the long run, unless we're just using it to keep up with occasional friends. But I don't do any of that scrolling stuff, but I've been forced to, like when I'm looking for memes to share or something like that. And I just got burnt out on it all. I haven't wanted to check my email in a while. I think we're all a bit overloaded these days with all the chaos that comes into our lives as a result of the internet changes and AI and technology and so many people doing YouTube. So it can happen. Let's check this liver out, see how it tastes. Father, thank you for this food. I ask that you bless this food and the nourishment of my body, for asking in Christ's name. Amen. Wonderful. Wonderful. So good with just butter and salt. Perfect. Never, ever would have thought I would felt that way about liver. Uh-oh. Drooling on myself. But I do plan to get back to making more videos very soon. Once I get settled in on this job, it's like a lot of learning about things, and the training is sketchy. So I'm having to kind of figure everything out on my own, but I love dealing with people. I love being able to have people come up, ask for assistance, or even me come up to them And they're so surprised because they're not used to getting service anywhere they go, or anybody that cares about their needs or their wants. They just have order takers everywhere. And it has been nice because people are responding to it. And I get as much joy from that as I do finding out that people are changing their lives eating better. You know, bringing joy to people is a big part of my life. And I love that. I love that that's where my life is now. And a lot of that is because of carnivore. Getting me healthy, getting my mind right, getting me in the right frame of mind for things like taking care of myself and my family. Couldn't be better. Thank you, Weber. It's glad to see you too. It's good to be back though. And I hope to be able to make more very soon. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and eat the rest of this, and then I'm gonna get their food finished, and I'm gonna head off to work. Thanks for dropping in, guys. I wanted to keep this short so people would make sure they got the information straight. I had somebody leave a message earlier today that old man Carnivore said I had quit carnivore, but I emailed him and he's like, dude, I never said you quit carnivore. And he got a little worried that he had offended me or something. I said, no, man, I'm not mad about nothing. It's just one of those things where people see the title and assume they know what happened, I guess, or they don't pay attention during the video. But I'm not quitting, not going anywhere, staying strong as ever. Love it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.